website, you know that you need to work to bring traffic to it. You can't just put it up and expect people to come visit. So what we're going to talk about in this video are 7 quick ways that you can increase website traffic, but also what that traffic is going to look like in your analytics. Programs like Google Analytics give you data on where your traffic is coming from, the volume of traffic, things like that. Right here we have a graph, traffic on the vertical, time on the horizontal. So let's talk about those 7 things you can do real quick. Social media, SEO or search engine optimization, vinyl signage, Google AdWords, email marketing, pens and goodies, print ads and billboards. So the reason this is important is because if you understand how your traffic is going to behave, you can maximize your advertising dollars. You always want to start with a goal in mind. A good goal might be we want to get 25 people to sign up for our email marketing list. A good goal might be we want 5 targeted leads a week, not 1,000 random hits to our site. So based on what your goals are, you're going to select different methods of advertising. So let's take a look at how each of these advertising techniques usually behaves in terms of website traffic. Let's start with social media. Typically, social media is really good for producing quick flurries of traffic. Here's your normal incoming traffic, boom, 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 boom. Post a bunch of stuff on Facebook and Twitter, we'll get a big spike. That'll usually die off as quick as it starts. And back to normal. This could be useful if you have something you're trying to promote today. The downside to this is that it doesn't necessarily produce targeted traffic. SEO or search engine optimization is the process of constantly updating your content on your site so you rank higher in the search engines. Now, this process takes time, but it also produces longer results that don't die off so quickly. So it would look something like this. Beginning of your SEO campaign, and it would continue up, up, up until it reached its height, and then if you stopped, it would slowly taper back off. Vinyl signage is an interesting form of advertising because it allows you to turn your vehicle into a billboard. While you might not get as much exposure as you would for sharing a cat or a picture of your meal on social media, what you will get is top of mind awareness in the town that you drive around in. If you leave town, it's even better. Typically, one vehicle will produce a slight bump in traffic. That'll be pretty consistent. Say this produces 5 new hits a week. Now that's not a lot, but the good thing here is that those are going to be targeted leads. Those are people that are searching specifically for Bob's Roofing Company and calling you, as opposed to someone on social media who saw a picture of a cat and clicked like and ended up on your site and wants nothing to do with a roof. They're there for funny cat pictures. Now if you have a fleet of vehicles, you're in an even better position because you can take, and for each new vehicle that you add, you can exponentially grow your traffic. And again, these are targeted leads. This isn't the carpet bomb social media effect. The next traffic producer is Google AdWords. Google AdWords can produce steady increases in your traffic as long as you continue to pay for it. So let's say this is Monday, this is Wednesday, this is Friday. Let's say your budget is $100. You get a bump in traffic, pretty consistent. Right about here, you hit your $100 mark. That traffic will cease to exist until the next week or until you pay more money. So it's a good way to get clicks, reasonably targeted clicks, not as good as vinyl signage in my opinion, as long as you continue to pay for it. Email marketing is an inexpensive way to generate traffic for your website. It's very similar to SEO. The traffic tends to behave the same way but on a much shorter time frame. Most emails are opened within 24 to 48 hours or else they just get ignored. So you'll get within 24, 48, 72 hours kind of a slow opening of emails, and then that'll actually drop off pretty quick. If an email doesn't get opened within 72 hours, it's probably not going to get open. Pens and goodies. Everybody that has worked with me knows that I am a fanatic about pens and other handouts. And while they are important, they should not be one of your primary traffic generators for your site. Typically what they do is generate random hits. Traffic will be moving along, boop, boop, you get handed out some pens, boop, you get a couple here. The pens and the goodies are really good for staying top of mind with people, staying on their desk, staying in front of them. Not the greatest traffic generator for your site, although it does produce some. That's why I mentioned it. Finally, we have print ads and billboards. Now these are more expensive methods of advertising, but they do produce website traffic. That traffic is going to look like a pretty steady jump. This would be your day of launch, meaning the publication went out or the billboard went up, and then that will slowly taper off. This taper is the magazine sitting around in the waiting room. People have seen the billboard, they're not really that interested in it anymore. So this is another way to produce a good spike. Similar to social media, except this is again even more targeted than social media. All 7 of these methods will generate traffic for your website. The important thing to understand though is that this traffic is going to behave differently based on where it comes from. So let's say as you've been watching this, you've picked out 3 methods that this works for me, this is going to help me meet my goals, whatever your goals might be. What's the next step? Well, your next step is to give people an incentive to do something once they arrive at your site. And that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. You want to create that call to action once those people get there. So please subscribe. If you have any questions, let us know. We're going to try to answer them, and we'll see you next time.